Okay, so we're recording. So yay! So welcome everybody. This is our multi-region, not for long. It's going to be our nation Zoom call. And today's date is Sunday, the 14th of May. And just excited because, you know, we're halfway through the month. May, look at the light sky. Everybody's got the bright light behind them. I know Agatha and Claire are outside. Why not? And spring is all about you're having a spring in your step and enjoying the light bright nights and feeling better about yourself, and the world is smiling, so the sun is shining and it's gorgeous. So I'm going to start off tonight. Thank you so much everyone for joining, with the incredible well, she's an area manager in qualification, Claire Slaney, and she will be an area manager at the end of this month. And we're so excited because Claire's journey, like everybody's journey, we all have different journeys, but it's always so much fun to watch somebody and they keep going, and then all of a sudden it like takes off. And that's the work you've done over the, you know, the books and the learning and the coming on these calls and going to events. So congratulate all of yourself here. So Executive Claire, I'm not going to say this is the last time. I'll be saying area manager, Claire Slaney. Over to you, my love.
Hello everyone, lovely to see you all. So yeah, Fiona's just asked me to train on Facebook, social media, and how I'm kind of working my group and the fun that I'm having with that. So I just wanted to kind of just share with you what I do really, and kind of my mindset and how it's changed with my approach to that, and hopefully it can just kind of help you along the way with your journey as well with using social media. So posting, have a lot of fun with posting. I am really just focusing now on the stories and the experiences that I'm having within my household, and just relaying those. I used to be really kind of you know, using pictures from Google or whatever, not really providing much, and people just kind of going, oh, it's just another post. Whereas now I'm really trying to kind of get in front of my products and, you know, give it face value, and really add a little bit more value to people. So I try and provide a fact or a benefit of that product along with a love or a personal experience. So I just did one before I came out because I literally had like a shiny head, and I was just like, and I've run out of my mineral powder, so I thought, oh, the translucent powder, like surely that will work with it. I'm sure it will. So I actually did it, and of course it worked. It was great, and I went for it, and I just kind of did a quick post and just said, oh my god, those moments when you're about to leave the house and you need to like get rid of that shine. And so yeah, I put the fact it was SPF on there because people are going to be wanting to see that, an actual picture of the product, and how it's helped me, and what I love, the fact it's had a little bit of sparkle to my face now. So that's what I definitely try and do, is add a little bit of those qualities into my posts. Testimonies are really, really important. So whether it's your own testimonies or even if it's people just trialing products, you know, just try and get a testimony out of them. And so say to them, I feel like this is a really good line, would you mind just sharing that with everyone so that we can just help and benefit as many people as possible? Because I've got lots of people watching my page and I'm sure it's going to reach someone and we're going to be able to help someone else with that. That would just be absolutely amazing if you could do that for me. And they're like, oh my god, yes, absolutely. And it just gives them so much purpose with that. If you receive a text message or a thank you call or any kind of compliment, share it. Like literally, I think I used to really kind of shy away behind my Facebook, but now, mainly since Vegas, I'm really kind of stepping into it and being like, you know, Vegas was huge on my Facebook, and last year I kind of just don't carry on talking about it sort of thing. This year I was like, I'm going for it. I'm absolutely going for it. So now I just let people know that this is how it's making me feel, and it's just so rewarding. So let people know that you're receiving those thank yous and those kind words and those kind compliments. I had a lady say to me constantly, your teeth are so white, and I was like, it's Arbonne, baby, like just so chilled cucumber about it. And she's like, I need some, I want some, I'm going to buy it now. And I was like, great. So I let people know that, you know, on my page, you know, this product, you know, this is what I'm having. And it's just fun to keep relaying that information to people, whether you're getting really anything back. It's just nice to know that you're putting it out there and putting it on your page. Now, with your personal page, I feel personally that lives are much better. So if you've got people on your closed group, then they're kind of going to know a little bit more because you would have maybe had a conversation with them and you would have personally invited them and asked their permission to get them on your group, right? So with your live, you've got so many people from all over that don't even know what you're doing still, or don't really understand or think they know. So I feel like lives are much more beneficial because you're able to give a little bit more detail. They'll be able to, feel that you're genuine and authentic. And it just comes out so much more naturally and as you. So that's what I've been doing. And since the protein thing that I did with Aaron, like literally he lost weight using the protein, considering he's working his bum off for all these fitness things. I've sold 3 bags of protein this week just from that. And people going, and even people in the street, I was pulling out of a driveway and the stranger was like, hey, I saw your Facebook thing. So what are you eating if you're not eating gluten and dairy? She knew everything of that live that I did. And I was just like, wow. It's just so important to get it out there, because whether people are contacting you straight away or not, they're watching and they're intrigued. So just give them something to think about. So what else is there? Providing education. So yeah, with the lives, you're just able to provide more education about the industry, the products, the company, and it's just going to end probably in one line or a couple of words. You're going to be able to just diminish any sort of opinions that people had, and they'll go, oh, well, that's to completely stop them in their tracks. And you'll just be able to just target those kind of opinions quicker, I feel personally, through a live than like a post, as it were. So yes, incorporating up onto your life. I'm going a bit crazy now with my from lipstick shades to this to that. I'm really just getting in people's face because they're just going to want to be part of it, and it's all smiley, it's all happy, it's fun. And I've taken this from The Secret, actually. I've just written down from The Secret. You've got a part in The Secret, if you've listened to the audio, where it says when the when the intuition urge nudges from within, act. And I love that because that's why I'm feeling with my posts. When I'm like using the product, I'm like, oh my god, it actually really works. Like, or I love this lippy, like, have a look at this lippy, I've got that urge to do a post or to do a live. I'm literally just biting the bullet and I'm going for it, and I feel like it's just going to be much more genuine. I probably would post it later, but when I'm doing it in that moment, that it feels amazing, that I'm experiencing it, I feel like I'm getting much more a better vibe back from that post, and that and that kind of whole idea of it. So yeah, don't hold back, basically. When you experience a product or a compliment or an experience with anyone, just post about it, just go for it. I left my water bottle at dancing last night, and last time I did that, they binned it, and I was absolutely devastated. So I was if anyone knows me on Keynes, I was a few roundabouts away from the restaurant, and I was like, oh, my water bottle, because it's not far that I get without my water bottle. So I was like, no, I can't leave it a week, I've got to go back. So I thought I'm going to just do a post about that, and I tried to add, like, if you saw it, just a little bit of information. We know that we all need 3 litres a day, because people are going, do we? No, we don't. Surely she must be making that up. But the more that you're kind of doing posts and making people realise that you're actually out for their interest, they're going to go, oh, maybe I need more. Whether by your water bottle or not, we're getting the education out that people just need to be more hydrated, and just carrying on that love for other people, and just So that is pretty much what I hope I've covered everything you want me to cover. Or is anything in particular, but that's how I'm just trying to be a bit more integrating Facebook and what I'm doing, and just trying to upload it as much as possible. And when those urges come, to really just go, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm loving. So hope that helps.
That was amazing. Thank you so much, Claire. That was really good, because I've seen the shift from you last year in Vegas to this year, and there's been a shift, and you're not this kind of like, keep it within, I don't want to be. Remember, an entrepreneur's job is not to care what other people think of us, right? But because you're coming from a place of love and a place of giving and sharing and caring and learning and trust, people are buying that, because that's your intention. So what you think about comes about. If you were coming from a place of selling, me, mine, people wouldn't interact with you, because you would be sending off the wrong vibration, and it'd be picked up by the wrong people. But instead, the right people are now tuning into that frequency, that 101 FM, and going, this feels good, I like her, she's fun, she's intriguing, she's interesting, she's helping me, she's got facts, she's got figures, she's got advice. And don't we just share and recommend, and that's why we sell, because we can share and recommend. So I love that. Love that. Thank you. And I love the secret. I love the way you said that, to inspired action, because that really is. And it's that 0 to 5 is your chimp monkey. So it counts you down, or let's say, so down from 5 down to 0. So you think it, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, it's gone. If you've not acted on that, bye-bye. The chimp has gone in, forget it. You'll never pick that phone up or send that text. That's how fast it is. So that was great. Thank you very much. Have you got anything else you want to add before you go?
Yeah, just two things. What you were saying about that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is that, you know, people want to see you regularly. You know, you've asked them to be on your page. They want to be, you know, they want to be fed this information. So just, you know, give them as much as you can. They can switch off, they can watch it or not. You know, if we think of how often we're looking at a post and we're like, oh yeah, we did catch it, or we did catch that bit of news, but we didn't react to it. Just be that, you know, you've given permission to people, got permission from people for you to be in their face about this. So especially on closed groups. So just keep giving it, and you will, as long as you're giving it out, you're going to get it back. And I think definitely with the Vegas thing, it was being at the event and that whole energy that I was able to carry on with, that's definitely what catapulted me this year, is just realizing that I need to get out of my own way again. And I thought that last year, but I didn't act on it. Whereas this year, being back in that arena and that whole vibe with the conference, that's when I was like, I've taken time away from my family. I need to run with this and just be a bit more bold. And I think that's where it's really helpful to get to those. So it just fuels you.
Do you know, you're so right, and very cleverly done, because we had a special training for regional vice presidents in Vegas, and they said that only 3% of people do Facebook Live right now. Facebook love Facebook Live. As soon as you do Facebook Live, you are pumped up to the top of the ratings. Facebook will lift your profile up and they'll put you out there. So that's why Facebook Live, you're getting right ahead of the game. So you must start doing Facebook Live if you haven't already. And can I just say, your fountain of knowledge, that's why Arbonne Consultants shine so brightly, because we don't actually realize how much we know. You know, we are walking, talking, breathing, you know, the products, the ingredients, and you know, people think I don't know enough because they always listen to people who know that little bit more because they've been around for longer. But actually, you know way more than the average person. And don't forget that. Be proud of that. And, you know, and have that complete faith in yourself. And obviously, this amazing company that we're representing, and we all love to bits, as well as our team members.
Yeah. One more thing, so just on the live, it doesn't have to be long, it doesn't have to be rehearsed, you don't have to have everything equipped, you know, it's just about capturing those moments. So it can be you just, you know, making you shake. You don't have to be talking or anything like that, but just saying, you know, and stating it, you know, the simplicity of making a shake, or 1, 2, 3 shake done, you know, and then just build your shake. So, you know, like you're saying, do the lives, but it doesn't have to be this really fearful thing. Just go with it. You can delete it again after, but just start playing around with those, because just let people into your life, I think.
Brilliant. Thank you, my darling. I know that. Thank you so much. That was incredible. I know you have to go back in because she's in the middle of doing something anyway. This is talk about being in the moment, right? So we'll
let's Babsy.
Oh, bless. There she is. Lots of love. Hope she gets
I left her in the house. She's sparring everyone's feet, so yeah.
Brilliant. Thank you, Claire. Lots of love. We'll catch you later.
See you soon. Bye.
Yes, hi, Babs. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. See you soon.
Have you had your hair cut?
She looks gorgeous.
Yes.
Yeah. I couldn't hear because of the crowd, yeah. I just thought, you know, it's got to be done, love. You know?
Very nice. You look amazing. Look at the genius out on everybody tonight.
Absolutely, yeah.
Amazing.
Cool. Thank you so much. See you all soon. Thank you.
Wow, lots of love. Bye, Claire. Okay, that was great. Gosh, lots to take in there, guys. She's really making it happen right now in her business, and she's going to be an area manager. So, you know what? Let's follow Claire's lead. I love that. The fact she has a feature benefit and a love of that product, or a personal testimonial. That was powerful as well for me. Okay, so Agata, the lovely Agata. I can see Agata, and I can see Aga in the park. I'm going to move and look at your gorgeous daughter. Hello, gorgeous. I'm going to move over to you, and Agata's reflecting on her books and what she's learned, and what where that's taking her, that she can implement into her business to where she wants to be. So over to you, my love.
Hello, good evening everyone. Yes, we are in park, and this is the beauty. I'm actually so excited to be doing this from park, because when Fiona texted me this afternoon, and she said, could you do quick training on the books? I was like, oh, okay. And then Aga rang me to say, oh, shall we go cycling? I said, okay, that's fine. Oh no, I've got Zoom. Oh no, I can take my phone, I can take my books, we can do it. So this is beauty of Arbon. You can do your job wherever you are. Okay, so I'm actually pleased, Fiona, that you asked me to say a few words about the books. The reason for that is because I used to hate reading. Now, this comes from my childhood and my school, when at school we were asked to read books, compulsory books, but they were like history books, really boring, and it just completely killed my interest in the books. So when I joined Arbon and everyone was talking about personal development, books, read your books, I was like, there is no way I'm going to be doing that. Books are boring. But as all the leaders, recommend highly, I thought, okay, perhaps I should at least look at one book. So the first book that I read or picked up was GoPro. And I have to say, it is an incredible book. I've learned a lot. I've read it. I'm not a very quick reader, but I did manage to whiz through the book. Particularly what I found interesting, for those of you who are new on the call, new to Arbon, new to personal development, I do highly recommend GoPro because it's very simple, easy to digest language. For me it is. I'm non-English speaker, so that was very easy to understand. And what I was surprised to find in the book, that you actually learn easy ways of which you can implement in your business. So things like the book talks about 7 skills which you can learn, and these are how to find prospects, how to invite people and prospects to your product or opportunity meetings, how to present your product, how to follow up with your product, help them become customers or distributors, help them get started in the right way, and grow your team. Now, I didn't expect to find these 7 skills in the book, and it helped my business and it helped my confidence. So when everyone talks about personal development, you will learn something. You will. Okay, so for me, one thing which kind of stuck with me from this book was a very simple sentence: how I approach new people or people who I know and try to get them to try my products or watch a video link or something. So one thing which stuck to my head and I started using it was when we ask a question, when we want someone to use our products, instead of saying, oh, could you please try my product? I would really like you to try and give me your opinion. The book teaches you to ask the question in a certain way. If I give you a RE9 sample, would you try it? Now, there is straight away difference in the way you sound and the way you come across, because you are not asking for a favor. It's kind of two-way win-win. So you are saying that you will do something for someone, and would they accept it? So you are not asking for a favor. You are coming across very assertive, very confident, and at the same time they are getting something out of it. And I have to say, I've been getting more positive response from simple question. If I give you a RE9 sample, would you try it? And they do. They say yes, which is great. So that was one thing which well, I learned many things from this book, but that was one thing from this book which kind of resonated with me the most. Another book which I haven't got here with me, I've lent it to someone, was The Secret. Again, another great book, very, very simple in terms of there is no secret. It's all in your mind, okay? It's our mindset, how we think, that's what we attract. And I was very surprised, and it is very true. If you imagine most of us are mothers. If your child falls over or, you know, gets hurt, you say, come here, mama will kiss it better. So you are already setting your child, their mindset that you will kiss it and it will be better. So the way you will look at things, okay, and expect them, that's what they are going to turn out to be. And the same with our business or with anything what we do. If we say, oh, will they come over to my product event? Will they say yes? Will they say no? You know, we are going through all those worries. But if we set our mind, I'm going there, I expect people to be there, to come, because obviously it's a great event. They want to see what I've got to share. You know, your mindset, you are setting yourself to a win. You've got to think positive. And that was great with the book Secret, because it was very simple and basic, that if you think positive, you will attract positive things. If you will be thinking negative all the time, well, guess what? Negative things will be happening to you. So there is no secret, but this is the secret. You just have to keep positive, and, you know, it is in your mindset, everything that will happen. So that's the second book. And the third book, which I'm just reading for the second time, Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. Amazing book. Everything that you do, if you want to achieve more and more, you've got to step out of your comfort zone. If you feel comfortable with something, it's not challenging. You've got to do things which scare you, which you are not comfortable with, which you think you are gonna, I don't know, maybe make a mistake, or, you know, it's not gonna go down too well, but you've got to do them. So one thing which kind of resonated with me from the book, and this is because I've always been a person with a optimistic, positive thinking, and if I've got a problem, I will obviously worry a little bit, but I will kind of sit down and think, okay, this is the problem. What do I need to do to get over it, to solve it? I will find a solution to solve the problem. I will not just wait and, you know, feel sorry for myself. So when I was reading this book, there is a sentence here which I want to quickly read out. Whatever happens to me, however awful, I can handle it. And this is great. I mean, we all have lives, and life happens to us. You know, there is positive, there is negative, there are problems, there are children, illnesses, whatever, you know, every single one of us. But however awful it is, or you feel it is to you, just find a solution to solve it. You know, don't wait around and think, oh, that's at the end of the way. No, there is always solution to a problem. So that was one thing which kind of stuck with me from this book. So that's it from me, Fiona. Thank you very much.
That was incredible. Thank you. Woo, Agatha. Brilliant books. And I totally agree and endorse with you. GoPro is a must because of the profession that we're in, and how to become a professional social marketer now. Network marketing, it's called social marketing. So that's the new buzzword. So love that. And I could see how powerful you were in delivering the verbiage that went along with the trial of the products. You know, it was, you were coming from a place of not, you know, holding your power and inviting them, but not handing your power over by being hoping and asking them to do you a favor. They're not doing you a favor. In fact, it's the opposite way around. And when we actually get the confidence inside ourselves to feel that way, your business changes because you've changed. Love that. I love The Secret. Oh my God. The audio is incredible. And I will say, to back that up, because you know how we learn kinesthetically in all different ways, but the Secret, the audio, the DVD, if you have it in your car, if you haven't got this yet, oh my God, it starts off like, it reminds me of like the pharaohs and and Egypt, and it's like my hair stand on end. Seriously, it's like, you know, the secret. Oh my God, I love it. And the music. So I love that one. And then the last one, Agatha, Susan Jeffers, Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. Yeah, you're right. If you're not scared, you're not pushing yourself enough. You want to do something that scares you every day. Do something that scares you every day. And that's so true, because without the growth, nothing will change. In fact, you could potentially go backwards. So that was brilliant. Thank you, Agatha. She's back on a bike in the beautiful park in Peterborough. Yay, loving it. Okay, so now the gorgeous, and she will be a regional vice president at the end of this month. And I'm very honored to have Nikki be 4.5 years at my side together working. You know, we've never had a fallout. Like, you're an incredible woman, Nikki. We haven't. You know, we just get on with it, and we just help more and more and more and more and more and more and more people. And that's what we do. We're focusing on what works. We're not interested in what doesn't work. We're focusing on creating a solution for a problem. And Agatha's completely right. When you have a problem, there's always a solution. The universe it's always there to deliver. You've just got to find out what that is. But yeah, that's it. So the incredible regional vice president, I might as well say it, Nikki Marchant.
Good evening, everybody. Well, it's talk about pumping you up before you come on. That's amazing. I just want to say, first of all, the training tonight has just been, I'm so overwhelmed. I mean, like Claire speaking and Agatha speaking, it's actually nothing to do with what they're saying. It's actually such passion and such joy at the same time, and such a vibrancy. And for me, that is the, you know, big light bulb moment was what Fiona said in her video yesterday, which was Stuart Armfield. I have to say that he is extraordinarily like bright light right now. And I've been doing something that he said in one of his videos for about 4 months, which is the Laras. And it's all about continuous consistency. You keep hearing it again and again and again and again, and all the books pretty much say the same thing. And then when you keep hearing the same thing all the time, you know that you're just getting on the right track with it all. So his Laras are listening, affirmations, reading, attending, and that means attending events like this, being on calls, being at events, going to GTC, AAC, and The Secret. So, you know, we're talking about the Laras there. And, you know, people, it's quite interesting because now I'm like in Region Qual. People are like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You know, they just want to like pounce on you. And it's like this really strange feeling. And it's like just doing what will change when a car arrives on the drive, or certain check arrives, or, you know, nothing is going to change because and there's a great thing that I've been watching lately as well about boxers. I don't like watching boxers, but there's like something about the mindset which is really, really powerful for me right now, is when someone is training to punch somebody, they don't train to hit somebody, they train to push right through. They're actually aiming to punch literally right through their head. That's a lovely thought on a Sunday evening. But really, the whole point of that is that there's a power behind that, and a mission, and like an unshakable power, and that is what you have to do to get something. And the thing that happens with the Laras is it just builds and builds until you get to the point where you know when the time is right to make a decision, because you've done the preparation for it. And that's what those boxers will be doing. I really, really look up to sports people. Lately, I'm basically just in my mind hanging out with very cool people who have achieved something in my mind which is phenomenal. So, and then I listen to them. I don't listen to people who are fat or, you know, not doing very well in their life or whatever, because if they're saying something like that, then I'm not interested. You know, I'm only interested in people who are going to take me forward. 48 is literally, it's my number to get into my phone, into my iPad. It is like, it's everywhere. It's like pictures on my phone, and the mind is a homing pigeon, so it's just going there, and there's just a sense of it's just going there, but you have to do the action around it. So, you know, a little guy came to deliver a package, an Amazon driver, literally this afternoon. And I said, so you're working on a Sunday, you know, just like made a conversation. He was like, I really don't want to be doing this. My kids were saying to me, you know, what am I doing here? And I said to him, you know, there's another way you can live your life, don't you? He went, really? What? And I was like, he's like, please tell me. He went like that. I was like, oh my God. I do a business which is online and it's the future now. And I can't tell you how amazing it is. I said, you can look at this house and you can think we've got it made. I'm telling you, we haven't. Okay. Nearly lost it a couple of years ago, but I had to make a decision to do something different. And I'm doing this thing now and it's incredible and anyone can do it. And, you know, I just gave him a little very brief, and he literally was like this. He was like, what is it? Give me. And so I'm going to phone him tomorrow. But that's, again, you know, the whole thing about going in with intention of like going to an event. So I did an event with Louise last night. And I said to her when we were driving there, we're going with the intention of finding a business. We will get a business builder tonight. You just go there with that intention. You go there, we're going to get sign-ups. It's as simple as that. You know, this is a job done. This is a done deal. And you just go in there with that intention. So you're on top of it, you're not in it, you're not under it, you're on top of it every single time, on top of it all the time. So you're not, again, another thing, it's just from all the listening and reading, it's like they say, you become a whole combination of your own record collection if you're a musician, and it's exactly the same from all the books and everything you listen to. Just listen to Valerie Gunter on Go for the Gold Call, which I put on both message things. She's absolutely one of the most beautiful people. And her life is really like all of us, you know, and yet she's a 4 or 5 wide national vice president. And it's exactly the same that she is doing. And that's what I love about this, is that Fiona is doing the same as me, is the same as Amy, is the same as Hayley, is the same as Claire. We're all doing the same thing all the time. And when you're in management, you actually job gets worse. You know, you're getting more and more senior, you're getting more and more responsibility, and you're getting more and more shit. Whereas, you know, when you work with Arbonne, it's the same, you know, and that's what I love most about it. You just get better at it. And the more you practice, the more fun you can have. And why not have more fun with everything? It only adds. Arbonne has only ever added everything to me. It's brought me friends and life. I mean, yesterday I danced 3 times during the day. You know, I danced in the morning, I danced at lunchtime, sound like that song, that hymn, and then in the evening. And I was like, I have so much energy and so much life. I just say yes to everything. You know, I didn't get to bed till 2 a.m. because I was out partying after an event, and I was like, I know who will be doing this, Fiona McCarthy. And she's so much fun, Fiona, and it's like, have fun, live life. You know, this is not a rehearsal. You know, just enjoy it. It doesn't matter what the outcome is. Just make sure you have fun all the time. You know, why not? It's there. Take it, grab it. Life is there to be had. You know, we're not sitting here just waiting for it to happen. You have to make a decision to do it. You know, some people may not be in the same speed that you want to do to get something. That's okay. You just have to speak to more people. You know, get around it. Like just like you said, turn fear into excitement. You know, just turn it into the most exciting, fun thing you've ever done. And just like, yeah, just go speak to more people. Yeah, it's fine. You've got all this stuff behind you. And again, on this call, you realize that Michael Darminio is so committed to these products. I've just never known anything like it. He cares with every ounce of his body, like Petter would. And I always think, what would Petter do here now? What would he do? And he'd be like, just go and speak to some people about this. This is amazing. And he'd be like, yeah, it is. That's it. That's all it is. It just gets simpler and simpler, I think, really. It's nothing complicated. And you just have to be really clear with intention of what you want and where you're going. And dream big. Dream that you want it. And just think how many people you can save. I mean, this man today, he nearly made me cry. I was like, I don't believe if I hadn't said that to him, can you imagine? He'd be saving his life. Who knows? Who knows? It's definitely saved me. So that's all I have to say, really. Like I said, you know, and as Claire, with just her joy and her vibrancy, you know, just jump in and do the lives. I mean, I've been doing a lot more with her page. With my page, she's really inspired me. And I've had like 3 nutrition orders this week. I feel amazing myself. It's like, why wouldn't you do that? You know, feel better, help more people, share it. That's what life does, is share it. I personally think doing something during it rather than standing there talking, and bury it as well, is my personal opinion. And, you know, you do know a lot more than you think. You really do. You know as much as you need to know, actually. You're as expert as anybody else now. You know, you can speak like Sarah May, you can speak like Michael Delminio, you know, you know as much as anyone. So just get out there. Simple as that. That's it.
I love it. Thank you so much, Nikki. That was incredible. And everything is coming from your heart. And that's like all three speakers tonight have just come, you know, with a bit of like knowledge about what to talk about tonight. But really, it's all been left to you guys just to take away with what it is that is working for you and why it's working for you, and what it makes you feel like by, you know, giving, like sharing this with everybody around us, you know, letting people know this is working. You know, I find that I'm now, you know, the best thing for me that I always am so proud is that we're here and we give, everybody shares everything. Nobody's holding back. You know, there's none of this, oh no, yours is over there, this is mine over here, because we know that doesn't work. So love that. I love the fact that, Nikki, that, you know that you've deserved this because the amount of work that you have done, you know, and you said, I'm here because of what really the last 2 years has got me to this point right here, right now, you know, and before that, you know, you were a district, and that's because that's where you were before. But I love the fact, because it is about commitment, it's consistency. You know, these words are honestly what will get you from where you are to where you want to go. And commitment, the definition of that word is doing something long after the feeling you set it in. Right? So we all know, we watch a film or we come up a training event and we are hyped up externally. It's like, woo, right, we're going to go. And then 2 weeks later, maybe we're not, you know, following up those leads. We're not contacting, putting 2 new people on our list every day. You know, we've taken our eye off the ball. That is not true commitment. Commitment is, like I said, it's doing something long after the feeling you set it in. So when you committed to your Arbonne business day one, what was your level of commitment? Because that speaks volumes. And yours has been always to get to the top, Nikki, always to do your best, always to reach that place where you can help more people, you know, and that's why we're here, guys. And when you go through the tough times, it will define you. It will make you a better person, because you'll be learning the most by those experiences. And I'm reading this book right now, Gabrielle Bernstein, The Universe Has Your Back. Great. Amy, you're nodding. You've read it. Nikki, you've read it. And Hayley, have you read this book? Yes or no? Thumbs up or down, darling. Have you read this book?
I've got it on audiobook at the moment, but I'm going to buy it.
Okay, great. I highly suggest that. For whatever reason, I'm being told, everybody, if you haven't already, read this book, because it's that energy that matches your QV that gets you to where you want to go. And, you know, I opened the first page when you said, guess what that title says? I love it, right? It was just perfect. The universe works fast when you're having fun. And then I looked at this and it said, and I'm just going to quote this to you and then we're done, but I thought this was really incredible. So the greatest block to our presence of love is the presence of fear. When our fearful thoughts take over, we get caught up in the littleness and cut off our connection to our power. I often get caught up in thought and let my mind wander into the littleness of fear. I sweat the small stuff big time. I'll obsess over flight schedules that's months away, or I'll lock into a fearful story about something that could go wrong with an email or whatever. So what do I do when I'm caught up in my crazy? I recognize the chaotic thoughts as my resistance to love. I witness the thoughts and remember that they are blocking me from my true connection to the universe. Then I get out of the way. Through prayer, I allow the loving energy of the universe to guide my thoughts from littleness and doubt back to love. So her prayer is, I step back and let the universe lead the way. This prayer, I step back and let the universe lead the way, yeah, immediately releases me from the meaningless mind wandering, so you know, and brings me back to the presence of my power, because your power is your presence. I say this prayer all throughout the day to keep me in constant contact with the love of the universe. So use this prayer whenever fear has you in a headlock. And I just love that, because you will know that you have that choice of being fear and courage. And fear is not, it's two sides of the same coin, guys. It's not like, you know, you can't have one without the other. It's like a bicep and a tricep. It's just the way it is. So know that fear cannot be cut up with a surgeon's knife. You can't take tablets to get rid of fear. Fear will always be there. But what we decide to do is to focus on the courage, and that will then diminish the fear. So if you imagine, I know fear is there, but I know courage is there. So I'm putting fear behind me, and I'm saying, you know what? I'm not interested in fear. You can stay there, and I'm going to focus on courage in front of me. And that's what I'm doing. I'm showing up, and I know it's there, but I'm not going to give it an inkling of my thought, because that's stopping my true presence, my true power shining through, and it's diminishing my vibration, which I need to be in the spiritual gym, working super hard for everyone on this call, where when you're going to promote to the next level or you're just helping other people, that is not where you need to be. So I just consciously make that, you know, I just go, no, you're there, but that's where I want to be, moving forward with courage at my side. And that's it, really. So that's what we're doing, you know, working on our fitness, our health. We're working on the spiritual gym part of our lives. We're working on the giving. We're working on the learning. And most of all, I think we're working as a team and creating a wonderful, wonderful community of like-minded, forward-thinking, dynamic individuals who are rocking out the world right now. People will talk about us. You know that? Books. Yeah. Your children, their children, the people's children who you've helped, because of your bravery and your courage. And you will always get rewarded. The universe will always reward you. So that's me. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Nikki. Can still see you with us. Love you, darling. Yeah, thank you very much to Claire. She was incredible. Came out on fire, back in, doing a thing now. And also thank you to Agata as well on her bike ride. We've never had that before. I absolutely love that. It was so cool in the sun. So love you lots. Obviously, we've got the 9 p.m. multi-region call coming up. So if you've got a bit of time, get your notes together, get your things, bits and bobs sorted out, school run for whatever you've got going on tomorrow. And I will see you all at the 9 o'clock call, and I will post this out. Mwah, lots of love, everyone. Bye.